Hello and welcome back everybody to Leon's Finance today with a new episode, and we're actually going to talk about the actual news. What is happening? What was this weekend? So much happened. We haven't seen price action like this on just a weekend for a long time. So let's have a look at what actually happened and how is this going to impact the prices of Bitcoin and today XRP. I'm going to have a look with you at XRP. I got a lot of questions if I can take a look at the chart. So let's dive in. Check this out. Before we start, please like and subscribe. You help me a lot with this, guys. I really appreciate. And one thing before we jump into the charts is this weekend showed it extreme. Don't panic. Like, whatever happens, don't fucking panic. Never in life it is a good idea to act out of panic or out of FOMO. So I recommend you guys take this lesson for everything, but especially when you're new to crypto. This is really, really important that you understand. Like, I had made this experience on the hard way. I surf a lot, and during surfing, once it happened, I panicked. I swallowed a lot of water. I got washed into the rocks. I had to climb out of the reef, cut my hands and fingers and feet everywhere, all over, was coughing water, felt like I'm gonna drown. All happened just because I panicked. Since then, I learned never panic. Whatever happens in your life, just never panic. It's always the worst decision you can take. Same in investment. When the markets crash, you're too late. If you want to sell, you wait for the bounce, but you don't sell into the panic. Okay? Very important lesson. So let's jump in and see what is actually happening in the market. So Trump came out and said, I'm going to announce that we're going to have a strategic crypto reserve for the United States, which will include Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Massive news, massive news. This is what we all were hoping for, that we get something like that. The market is a bit insecure right now. I think that's why we also we went highly up and then we bounced a bit down, because there's still the concerns with inflation. There's still the concerns with the unemployment rate, which we'll get clarity on soon. But these are massive news. Like, guys, the last cycles I've been here and the governments were fighting crypto. Now the governments talk about buying crypto. This is so far away from everything I've seen before. So massive, massive bullish news. And I think it's very hard to price them in because we have no idea how much are they going to buy. Is Congress confirmed? That's another question. If Congress doesn't confirm, he can make an executive order. But the problem with that is that the president after him could actually take it down again. So they want to make it go through Congress, which I think is very likely that it happens. The question is just how much are they actually going to buy? This we don't know. I'm sure that they will focus on so-called US cryptocurrencies and not on cryptocurrencies that are based in other countries, because he's, of course, very focused on the US. So this is an outlook, or it's something we have to look at, that probably it will just include coins that are US based. What impact did this have on the charts? So we spoke about this in my last video, that we probably come down to the yellow line, bounce, and then see what's gonna happen next. Actually, we were on the way down there. Then the news came, so we never made it to touch the high from last year. Now what we want to see is that we bounce from the 236 level and then go higher. If that doesn't happen, we're back here. This price level is not out yet. So I think what we have to see now is how the job market data comes in and how the unemployment rate looks, so we know what's going to happen with inflation. Based on that, we can see where this is going. Overall, I'm sure that the rates are going to come down. Trump is a real estate guy. He wants lower rates. So long term, midterm, he will try to push the rates down, make the dollar weak, and then we gonna get our bounce. The question is just if we bounce from here, which looks more likely now with the last pump and the actual news, or if we really have to go all the way down and touch the high from the year before, like we did 2017. That's all to Bitcoin. XRP, massive candle here. We came pretty high. We broke all these highs here. And if we put the Fibonacci levels, what is happening right now we're not holding the 236. So I think this might go fast now, that we actually have to come down here to the 382. And then we hope to see a bounce from there. If we put our indicator, we're still in a buy signal, but the strength is really low. So what we want to see is that we actually can claim this level back with the candle close of today, and that we can hold above this level and then actually can flip the red cloud here into blue, test it as support, and then bounce. This is what you see here. We did the same thing here. We went to the red cloud, it flipped, we got the buy signal, and then we went up. And the same thing we want to see here is that we actually managed to flip the cloud, hold the buy signal, hold the Fibonacci level, very important, and then move up. This level, really important. Let's see if we can hold it. This is going to decide where we're going. Guys, you know, I measure every Bitcoin, I measure every altcoin, not just in US dollar terms, but also in the Bitcoin terms. It's really, 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 really important for everyone. I've been there 2017 that I traded altcoins, and I was like, I'm gonna make a lot of money. I made money because I swapped some Bitcoin to altcoins. But what happened is that Bitcoin went higher much faster than the altcoins I had picked. And in the end, I missed a lot of gains because it's possible to actually make more money with Bitcoin on higher risk than with the altcoin. I'm not buying altcoins because I believe too much into them. For me, they are a vehicle to perform Bitcoin out, but there's very, very small times in the market where this actually works. So I want to catch these moments, and I want to actually get these moments right. Because if I don't, I lose a lot of money. Like when we come into the bear market and I hold a lot of altcoins, they're gonna lose like 99%, most of them. Lose between 90 and 99%, while Bitcoin maybe retraces like 70 to 80%. So you don't want to hold an altcoin when we go into the altcoin market, and you have to keep this ratio in. You have to keep this ratio in mind, because this is more important than the US dollar price in the end. And this is how we see if an altcoin is really performing good or not. Because why would I buy a higher risk asset when the lower risk asset is having higher returns? So I take higher risk and I lose money. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I want to buy a higher risk asset when I'm sure that I'm going to outperform the lower risk asset, which in this case is Bitcoin. So here, very interesting, we're still above the 236 level. We're still above, and I hope that we can test it, retest it, and then bounce from here. This is what we want to see now. Retest the 236 and then bounce from there. If we can't hold this level, same thing as on the XRP US dollar chart, we have to see how low we go. Here, the cloud is actually changing. We have the buy signal, the cloud is already changing color, and this looks much stronger than the US dollar buy signal, which is very interesting, because this is a sign that actually altcoins could start to outperform Bitcoin if Bitcoin doesn't fall. If Bitcoin starts falling, usually altcoins fall stronger. So what we need to see now is that Bitcoin holds support, because this is going to support the altcoins, and then we can see the altcoin market go up. One very important thing on the XRP Bitcoin chart is that here we had a high, where we had a high here, then we had a high on the RSI, where we had a higher high on the price, bearish divergence, and now we were about to break it, but we didn't manage it. So we actually fell below the trend line again, and the bearish divergence continues. This shows weakness in the momentum of XRP against Bitcoin. This is not very supportive for the price. So what we want to see now is that we actually can break this trend line, test it as support, and then move upwards. Same here, test the Fibonacci as support, then move upwards. This is the plans we have for XRP. This is the plans we have for XRP. So as long as this doesn't happen, for me the uptrend is not confirmed, and we have to keep an eye on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is actually doing. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance here, We spoke about this last time. We had like this double top and the bearish divergence on the RSI. This is playing out really well. If we put our buy and sell signals, we have a sell signal. It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed yet because today it's actually rising again, the Bitcoin dominance. It's the correction that we see right now. Altcoins lose more than Bitcoin, so that's what we see. People take profits on their altcoins, put them into Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin dominance is going higher. What we want to see now is that actually this is gonna get red color. So that means that the downwards trend is confirmed, that we don't break this trend line on the RSI, and then we can move down from there, because that's going to be our altcoin season. A real altcoin season is when Bitcoin dominance is falling while prices are going up, and this is what we want to see to actually have the gains that we are all waiting for. All right, let's wrap it up here. I hope the video was helpful for you. If you felt any information of this video was helpful for you, please leave me a like and subscribe here. You help me a lot with that. And let me know in the comments on which altcoin we should actually have a look next. And what do you think where we're going? Do you think this was just a bounce and we continue the downtrend? Or do you think a new era for crypto has started and there will be prices we have no idea yet? I'm very curious to hear from you. What's your opinion? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.